Hello and welcome. I'm Alex Rivers. Today, we're going to talk about daily routines and habits, simple things we do every day. The goal of this episode is to help your English listening and natural speaking. We'll move slowly, explain useful phrases, and practice together. So relax, maybe sit comfortably, and let's begin.
Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Chen. I'm a lifestyle blogger, and I love routines, the little rituals that shape my day. I'm excited to share some real, everyday language with you.
Great to have you, Sarah. Before we start, a quick note. We'll keep the pace gentle, and you'll hear natural speech with, and small pauses, because that's how people actually speak. If anything sounds fast, don't worry, we'll break it down later.
Perfect. And listeners, don't worry if you can't catch every word. Listen for the main ideas and try to repeat when we ask you to. Ready, Alex?
Ready? Okay. Segment 1 finished. Welcome and introduction. Now, let's move into our main conversation, the morning ritual. Sarah, how do you usually start your day?
So, my day usually starts at 6:30 a.m. Well, most days. I use an alarm, a soft one, not something super loud. I try not to hit snooze too many times, but sometimes I do.
Snooze. Yes, that button is a temptation. What does your soft alarm sound like?
It's a gentle chime, kind of like a bell. It helps me wake up slowly. I find waking up slowly makes me less groggy. After I turn it off, I spend about 2 minutes in bed just stretching my arms and taking a few deep breaths.
A 2-minute stretch in bed. Nice. Do you get up right away after that?
Usually, I sit on the edge of the bed, say to myself, okay, today's going to be good, and then I stand up. Sometimes I open the curtains to let natural light in. That little ritual, the light, really wakes me up.
I like that. I do something similar. My alarm is at 7. I usually place my phone across the room, so I have to get out of bed to turn it off. It helps me stop the snooze habit.
Smart move. That's a classic trick. So, after you get up, what do? Coffee straight away?
Yes, coffee. I brew a cup. I grind the beans fresh. Well, most days. The sound of the grinder is a little noisy, but it's part of my morning. I pour, take a small sip. Ah, that's the moment. Ah, it's like the first small victory of the day.
Exactly. I can relate. My ritual is tea. I heat water, steep green tea for 3 minutes, and while it steeps, I do a 2-minute breathing exercise. It calms me and keeps my mind focused for the first hour of work.
So you make tea and do breathing. I make coffee and read the headlines. Two different rituals, same idea. A small routine to start the day. How long does your whole morning routine take, Sarah?
About 30 to 40 minutes. I include shower, breakfast, and a short walk if I can. On busy days, it's shorter. On slow days, I enjoy a longer walk with my dog. She's very happy then.
A walk with the dog. Nice. I do a quick 5-minute stretch, wash up, then I eat something simple, toast or yogurt. I aim to be ready for work by 8:30, but, things change. Some mornings are messy.
Oh, for sure. Some mornings feel chaotic. Sometimes the kids need help, or there's traffic, or...
Or the coffee spills. Right.
Right. But the idea is the same. Consistent little steps that help you. Even if you only have 5 minutes, a small ritual can make a difference.
Yes, A keystone habit. That is, one small habit that helps other habits fall into place. For example, making your bed might make you feel like you're already starting the day well, so you make better choices later.
Exactly. I read about that. Making the bed creates momentum, and tiny wins matter. If you brush your teeth, that's a win. Brew a cup of tea, another win. Small wins add up.
Let's pause here. Listeners, notice the vocabulary. Alarm, snooze, stretch, brew, steep, ritual, keystone habit, momentum. We'll review these words slowly in the vocabulary segment. For now, Sarah, quickly, is your routine different on weekends?
A bit. I wake up later, usually 7:30 or 8. I still do a short stretching routine and a longer walk. Weekends are for reading a longer book or meeting a friend for brunch.
Great. Weekend routines are looser, but familiar. Okay, that's a good place to end this conversation segment. Now we'll move to vocabulary and phrase breakdown.
Sounds good, Alex. Let's go.
Sounds good. Let's go. Segment 3, vocabulary and phrase breakdown. I'll say a phrase slowly, explain it, use it in a short sentence, and then we'll give you a moment to repeat. Feel free to pause the episode and practice out loud. Ready? First phrase, wake up. Wake up means to stop sleeping. Example, I wake up at 7 every morning. Repeat after me. I wake up at 7. Good.
Next, snooze the alarm. That means to delay waking by pressing the snooze button. Example, sometimes I snooze the alarm once. Repeat, I snooze the alarm once. Short, simple.
Now, get out of bed. Example, after I wake up, I get out of bed and stretch. Repeat, I get out of bed and stretch. Okay, next, stretch. To move your muscles to reduce tension. Example, I do a quick stretch every morning.
Brew a cup for coffee or tea. To brew means to prepare a hot drink by steeping or boiling. Example, I brew a cup of coffee and read the news. Repeat, I brew a cup of coffee. Steep is used with tea. I steep my tea for 3 minutes. Repeat, I steep my tea for 3 minutes.
Good. Natural light. The light that comes from the sun. Example, I open the curtains to let in natural light. Repeat, I open the curtains to let in natural light. Ritual. A set of actions done regularly and with meaning. I have a morning ritual of tea and reading. Repeat, I have a morning ritual of tea and reading. Nice.
Keystone habit. This is a small habit that influences other habits. Example, making my bed is a keystone habit for me. Repeat, making my bed is a keystone habit. Momentum. The progress you build over time. Small wins build momentum. Repeat, small wins build momentum.
Now let's look at verbs and tense. We use the present simple a lot because routines are regular actions. Example, I wake up at 7. She walks every morning. We use adverbs of frequency. Always, usually, often, sometimes, Rarely, never. Try. I usually drink tea in the morning. Repeat. I usually drink tea in the morning.
You can add time phrases in the morning, before work, every day, on weekends. Example, on weekends I sleep in. Repeat, on weekends I sleep in. Another useful structure, I like to or I try to. Example, I try to avoid the snooze button. Repeat, I try to avoid the snooze button.
Great practice, everyone. We'll come back to these phrases in a moment. For now, let's continue with the next segment, the impact of small habits.
Ah, this is one of my favorite parts. Let's talk about why routines actually help. Alex?
Yes, small habits matter because they reduce decision fatigue. When we decide the same things every morning, like making coffee or stretching, we save mental energy for harder tasks later. Simple but powerful.
Right. It's like creating a path. If you walk the same path every day, a path appears. Habits are similar. The more you do something, the easier it becomes. It takes less thought, more automaticity.
Exactly. There's also emotional benefit. A predictable morning can reduce anxiety. If you know you have a 5-minute ritual to calm down, tea, breathing, your brain feels safer. That helps focus.
I also find habits help with productivity. For example, if I check email only after a 30-minute work block, I stay focused. The habit of delaying email reduces interruptions. It's a small change, but big effect.
Good point. Habits can structure your work and your life. But, Sarah, what about people who feel stuck? They try to build a habit and it doesn't stick. Any tips?
Yes, start tiny, like 1-minute habits. If you want to exercise, start with one push-up. If you want to read, start with one page. It's easier to start small than to fail at a big goal. Also, be kind to yourself when you miss a day. That's normal.
And use triggers. A trigger is something that reminds you to do the habit. For example, after brushing your teeth, trigger, you do your 2-minute stretch. The after creates a reliable habit chain.
Also, tie habits to identity. Instead of saying, I want to be someone who exercises, say, I am someone who takes care of my health. Small words change how you see yourself, and that changes your actions.
Nice. And consistency beats intensity. Doing a little every day is better than a lot one day a week. Momentum builds slowly, like rolling a small snowball that becomes a large one.
I love that metaphor, the snowball effect. And don't forget environment design. Put your running shoes by the door or place a water bottle on your desk. Make the easy choice the obvious choice.
Listeners, you're hearing many useful ideas. Decision fatigue, triggers, tiny habits, identity-based habits, environment design, momentum. These are simple concepts with practical actions.
Right. Now, before we move to the practice activity, shall we share one small habit our listeners can try tomorrow?
Yes, my suggestion. Place a glass of water on your bedside table and drink it when you wake up. It's small, healthy, and it signals the start of the day.
Mine, after you get up, do 1 minute of stretching while you stand in front of the window and look outside. That's it, 1 minute. It wakes your body and gives your brain a calm moment.
Great. Okay, segment 5, language practice activity. This is an interactive part. I'll ask a question, give you time to think, and then give sample answers. Try to speak out loud.
Yes, try to use the phrases we reviewed. You can pause the episode if you need more time. Ready?
Question 1. What time do you usually wake up? Think for a moment. Try to answer with, I usually wake up at, or I wake up at. Now repeat after me. I usually wake up at 7. Now say your own time out loud.
Question 2. Do you have a morning ritual? Answer with, yes, my morning ritual is, or no, I don't have a regular ritual, but I... Example, my morning ritual is a cup of tea and 5 minutes of stretching. Now you try. Nice.
Question 3. What is one small habit you want to start? Use I want to start or I'm trying to. Example, I'm trying to start a 1-minute meditation every morning. Repeat, I'm trying to start a 1-minute meditation every morning. Your turn. Nice.
Question 4. Use an adverb of frequency. For example, I usually exercise in the morning. Try, I sometimes walk after breakfast. Repeat, I sometimes walk after breakfast. Now make your own sentence.
Question 5. Try a sentence with after. For instance, after I brush my teeth, I make coffee. Repeat, after I brush my teeth, I make coffee. Make your own version.
If you want more practice, write 3 sentences about your routine and read them aloud. Send them to a friend or record yourself on your phone and listen back. Recording is a great way to improve pronunciation and fluency.
Yes, and remember, use present simple for routines. I wake up. I make tea. Use adverbs of frequency and time phrases to be clear. Little practice, repeated, helps a lot.
Okay, last interactive piece. Try telling a short story about a morning when everything went well. Start like, one morning, I woke up early. I had time to. Use 3 sentences. Example, one morning, I woke up early. I had time to stretch and make tea. I felt calm and focused all day. Now you try.
Wonderful. Now, segment 6, community engagement and closing. Listeners, we'd love to hear from you. Share your morning routine in the comments. Short sentences are perfect. For example, I wake up at 6:30 and drink coffee. Or, I walk my dog every morning. Simple is great.
Yes, and if you share, try to use one new phrase we taught today, like steep, keystone habit, or momentum. It helps you practice vocabulary in context.
A few final tips for consistent English practice. 1. Listen and repeat. Shadow us when we speak. 2. Keep a habit of 5 minutes a day, small but daily. 3. Use the language in your routine. Describe your actions in English, like I brew coffee or I open the curtains. This makes learning meaningful.
And one last life tip, start tiny. Create one small morning habit and link it to something you already do. The small changes will add up, both in your daily life and in your English.
Thank you, Sarah. This was lovely.
Thank you, Alex. And thank you, listeners. I hope you found this relaxing and useful.
Before we end, a quick recap. We talked about morning rituals, key vocabulary like snooze, brew, and keystone habit, and why small habits matter. We practiced forming sentences and gave suggestions for immediate action.
Remember, be patient with yourself. Language learning and habit building are both journeys. Celebrate tiny wins.
Okay, that's all for today. If you'd like, try the bedtime routine episode next. It's a great complement to mornings. Until next time, keep practicing and take care.
Bye, everyone. Have a calm morning. Bye.